This is what it looks like when you shoot in an area with too many scattered shadows. In this video, I'm going to show you how I photograph myself. I'm here in my location. I already knew where I was going to shoot. I'm shooting specifically for these tights. I've tried and tested them, wash and worn, and I officially endorse them, so it's going to go on my Instagram. Right now, the process that I'm thinking is, where is the good light? Now, you'll notice on the ground, there's a lot of shadows from the trees, which is really nice in real life, but I want this image to look crisp. For this, I don't want too many shadows on the pants, so that's the first thing I'm considering. This is what it looks like when you shoot in an area with too many scattered shadows. So I'm just going to have a look around and find a spot. This is our surroundings. I'm keen to get it done to shoot here on the path, but I may shoot over there in the green. Sorry, that's my dog and he's doing a pee. So I'm thinking about doing it on the green. Let's see, I'm going to take a couple of photos. I'll have you behind the scenes so you'll see me set up and I'll talk you through it. All right, here we go. I'm shooting with my vlogging camera. This is a Canon EOS M3. The beautiful thing about this is I can flip the screen up and so I can see myself. I've got a small tripod. So this is just a small tripod. It's not my full-size one. And the reason I'm going to prop this down low is because I want a full body shot. If I want a full body shot, most of the time it's a lot easier to, well, it's actually a lot more flattering when you have the camera tilted upwards like this, facing me. Legs look longer. Some people think that it's not a great idea because of the double chin situation, but it's really about how the model will then pose. So if you work together, the photographer and the model, you'll get a good shot when you're shooting from below. One more thing I'm going to mention. One more thing I'm going to mention is that because I'm shooting for Instagram, I want to shoot vertically, like this. Why? You'll notice that when you are looking at images on Instagram, when they're shot in horizontal or they're just square, they take up like a normal amount of space. But if you want to maximize the amount of space that you're using, shoot vertically. Have a look at this screen. This is a sample of an image which was shot horizontally and made to fit the square size of Instagram. But this second photo is a sample of a photo which was shot vertically. You'll notice that it maximizes the space on the newsfeed. So one thing to know is that it does take time to get your camera angled into the right position. If you've ever been like me and you've tried to take your own photos, or you've had a stranger take your photo, or your mom or someone who's not a professional photographer, and you're going, man, this is so frustrating. Why does it take so long to get one photo? It's because you've got a few things that you have to work with. You've got angles, you've got lighting, you've got posing. Basically, there's a few things at play. One of the beautiful things about working with a professional photographer is they will be the one to work out the lighting, the angles, the shadows, the focus. Focus is a really important thing because even though my camera has an autofocus, sometimes I have to take more shots purely because I'm not nailing. How you going? Because my camera is not picking up where I'm standing properly. So it's just the way that it is. Don't get too frustrated. It's just part of the process, and the more you do it, the easier it gets. It used to take me so long to get a couple of shots. Now I've cut that time by about half. Now that I'm happy with the angle of the camera and I'm happy with the lighting, it's time to try a few different poses. In between shots, I check my photos to make sure that I am still in focus. Now let's talk about posing. When it comes to posing, you do get to know your angles with practice. I've made a posing cheat sheet to help you out. So if you'd like to grab a copy of my free posing cheat sheet, go to the link in the description box of this video. By the way, there are a few passerbyers, so a few people passing by, and one of the things I had to overcome when I first started this was like, how do I shoot in public? Do I care what people think? What are they going to think about me? But at the end of the day, when you've got to do something, you've got to do something. And so the moment that I flipped my mindset and just realized that this is one of the things that I need to do and it's part of my process, it made it a lot easier for me to just get things done confidently and not worrying about what people think, or the fact that I've got two cameras over here. It doesn't matter. It's all in the mind. Now let's do this again. I take a few more photos, changing my facial expressions and tweaking my postures so that I have more variety to choose from. I always remind myself that every small movement can create a different look. Okay, I found one more spot. I think this spot will work because we have that strip, which is solid, no shadows, but I'm surrounded by plenty of direct light. So this is just a brighter area than the last spot. The last spot was pretty dark, and so I wasn't 100% in love with it. But I'm a bit fickle like that, so I'd probably get things done a lot faster if I wasn't so fickle. Okay, let's do this one more set and we'll call it a day. When I'm shooting to support a brand, I incorporate brand guidelines with what is true to me. Like this setting, for example. It's an environment I like to exercise in, and since I had Mojo, my little doggy, with me, I thought we'd take a couple of photos, which actually ended up being my favorites. I'll show you the shots at the end of this video. I think we've got the shot, or a shot, and now it's time to pack up. This is all I've got, my bag and the leash, and of course Mojo. These were a couple of my favorite shots from this session. Now, if you like this video, give me a like. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do. And if you have any comments or questions, please pop them in the comment section down below. In my next video, I'll show you how to look good in photos, even if the person photographing you is not a professional photographer. I'll see you then.